Is MMEX Resources Corp stock still worth it? MMEX closed the session of the 9th of April at $0.0017. It has a market cap of $50 million, 29.385 billion shares outstanding. And there isn't any official news at the moment. What we can say is that we have been asked to look at this data on OTC short report. This is for MMEX. We can see that as at the 24th of March, there is a short interest of about 2.68 billion shares, and it says that is about 53.50% of the probably short interest, or 53% of volume shorted. Okay, so that is the volume for that day. Is the regular volume for that day is 5.09 billion, and half of that, or more than half of that, was what was shorted. So that still goes on. As at the last trading session, we have that 35% of the regular volume was also sold short. So there's some sort of manipulation going on there. Some people are saying that the market makers and indeed other hedge funds are counterfeiting the stocks, including other stocks like HCMC and their like. Some of those popular penny stocks, some of those popular OTC stocks, that they have been manipulated. That some of these short interests are actually counterfeits and all that stuff. So moving on, we can see that. Okay, we have to first of all point out that we have a position in MMX, so everything is looking very, very negative here. For some reason, I believe the MACD histogram maybe above zero, but I may be wrong. But we can also see that the MACD is slightly above the signal line, if you don't mind. Yeah, it's slightly above the signal line for some reason, but the trend analysis that MMX appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. The average directional index, or ADX, is below 20, indicating that shares have traded sideways recently. However, the 200-day is still sloping bullishly upwards. Comparative relative strength analysis shows it's lagging the S&P 500. Yes, for sure it is. Is it consolidating? Yes, it is consolidating. We can see the pattern there, just moving sideways, very much cyclical at that. So momentum is strongly bearish. Is it? Let's confirm. It should easily be that. Okay, you can see that it's sloping downwards, very much bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower. The unbalanced volume indicator is negative. The slope of the indicator is negative and suggests that there is a lack of buying interest. So yes, there's no doubt. I mean, this data we're looking at right now clearly indicates, with the relentless short selling, that definitely the momentum will be bearish. The volume will also be negative and all that stuff. So the volume has also continued to depreciate. Yes. Going by what we have here at this 5 billion, since nearly getting to a month now, it has continued to depreciate and decay. So, but apart from all of that, there's also the issue that the CEO of MMEX Resources, Jack Hanks, can be trusted. That the man has been coming out with news. It hasn't been all of those things he's been doing, coming out with news and proposing he's going to do that and all that stuff, keep signing agreements and all that stuff. So that's also another part of it all. So is it still worth it? Yeah, it is highly risky. The stock is, the fundamentals are not right. The like we said, the people who are running the company can't be trusted. They don't have that reputation, based on what we know. So they've never completed projects and all that stuff, and they have, they know their ways, they know the security laws, so to speak, so at the same time, that's aside. Fundamentally, it is very shaky, but technically, if you keep on seeing all of these shots, at some point, indeed, they have to buy them back. So technically, it is definitely a buy within the short term. within the short and intermediate time frame. Yeah. So, but how would that happen? How would these short sellers be flushed out? So it's still going down be down to the company itself. The company has to prove its worth. The company has to do all it takes to ensure that people who have been investing in the company make something out of it. So it is going to take the effort of the company, and indeed the willingness of the current market participants to move the stock up. Indeed, a lot of market participants already invested in this in stock, and they have been shortchanged with all of these short selling, with which we have been has been pointed out to be as a result of counterfeits and all that stuff. So indeed, they have been shortchanged. They have been cheated. If some of those shorts volumes are counterfeits and all that stuff. So what more can we say? It's still going to take the effort of market participants, current and uninvested ones, the ones who are still on the sidelines, to push the stock up. It's only humans that move the stocks up. It's buying interests that will change things. So in any case, is it still worth it? Technically, it is. Yes, technically it's a buy, but I wouldn't recommend that you buy the stock. That's simple as that. So it's no longer, for me personally, I don't think it's worth it to keep buying. Even though at some point we may also continue to increase our position in it, but I would not recommend that you get involved in it, because because of the fundamental issues wrong with the stock. The company, the people who are running it are not exactly haven't exactly demonstrated their willingness to get things done and all that stuff. So based on the fundamentals, I wouldn't recommend that you get involved, even though at some point we may continue to increase our positions, and we have a position there and we may not sell it. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share if you're already a subscriber. Thank you very much for watching this video.